After 15 years, our organization led the initiative reaching out to the city officials in the city of Hampton to singularly honor Dr. King. And we followed all available processes within the government. We followed their process. And other citizens did too. And then Hampton set up a memorial committee in 2010. And now in 2016, on February 24th, I was here. Our organization was represented when council voted to approve honoring Dr. King with the bridge. There was no opposition. Now that council has done their due diligence and city staff, now this opposition arises. And Dr. King represents love, bringing together people and service to humanity. So that's why we're all coming together today. A diverse crowd of families, young and young at heart, educators, blue collar, white collar, and no collar at all. We're going to assemble this evening and let council know, thank you. We appreciate them for helping us to remember Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.
Is that all people should come together, almost like a bridge meeting, without really closing what's underneath, so we all have something to bring to the table. So that's one of the biggest reasons why I support the naming of the bridge, is because the bridge definitely has a meaning to its meaning and what he believed in.
So in this case, we decided not to frame the issue in terms of either or. We decided and. For us, the answer became clear after we carefully weighed all of the input from all of the folks who spoke up, and there were a lot of them. We thus planned to change the name of the bridge from the Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Memorial Bridge to the Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Bridge in honor of Frank Baker, Shepard Mallory, and James Townsend. By doing so, we emphasized the Fort Monroe emancipation and freedom story that was begun by these three incredibly brave men, and we honor the community process to tie the foundation these men laid to the work Dr. King did for our community and our nation. So, Mr. Mayor, I move that the council modify the name of the MLK Memorial Bridge to the Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Bridge in honor of Frank Baker, Shepard Mallory, and James Townsend. I understand this requires the adoption of a new resolution to replace the old one, which I will now read.
I guess our 2,000 signatures don't count.
Yeah, we have 2,000. We have 710 signed, not off the internet.
Please don't.
Nobody knew.
And I love the fact that you've deliberated over this. However, I think somewhere in there, the point behind the petition was that we wanted it true to the history of Hampton and to somebody that actually put boots on the ground at Fort Monroe, that actually had some doing with Fort Monroe. And we do know and we do believe absolutely that Martin Luther King should be recognized in our community. Our community is a vision of a diverse community. And we just never knew that there was an option for this bridge to be named. And Fort Monroe having such a rich military history, I feel like it's kind of a dishonor not to honor something individually from the history of Fort Monroe.